Hello everybody, if you're there, say hello. I'm going live here in my Aligned Abundant Empath group. And when you get here, I'd love you to drop me a comment. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Let me know if you can see me all right. Just give me a shout when you are here. I want to come in and talk about money mindset with you all today. Something that seems to be coming up quite a lot in the people around me, and today I was at networking and it came up a lot there as well. So when you get here, drop me a comment and let me know you are here. Let me know how your week is going. Say hello when you get here. And of course, if you're watching it on replay, then drop the comment replay as well. So I'm just jumping on here to chat to you about money mindset. So if you have an issue with money mindset, with your money, if you feel as if you've got blocks financially, it's something you struggle about. You might not struggle with it all the time. Perhaps you have a bit of a yo-yo thing. Helen, hello. Then come and join me on this live. I'm going to start very soon bringing in a little bit of money mindset work for you, trying to help you to shift, get you to recognize where it's all coming from so we can begin the journey of moving you forwards. It's so key. Your money mindset is massive. It will impact not just your business success, but obviously the life that you are living as well, and how you spend your money, all of these things. So if you have issues with your money mindset, drop me the word money in the chat right now. Drop me that word. Let me know if that is you. Are you struggling with your money mindset? Have you done? You might not be right now, but is it something that you are aware of, a pattern in how you do things, a pattern in your existence? Helen's saying yes. And there's no shame in it. Money is just energy though, and I think we need to lose that attachment of it being something we should be ashamed of in terms of our situation, our relationship with it. But it is also something that we have to consciously face and consciously deal with and do something about. Let me just tag some people who I know wanted to join me on this. So let me just tag some lovely people. Get them jumping on. And let's just see. Because, you know, obviously it's a key thing. It's a really key thing in this world. And it matters massively. It's an enabler. It enables you to do things. It enables you to make a difference in your life and also in the lives of others. So be aware of it. It's something that you need to fix, you need to sort, especially if you want to live what we call a rich life. So money blocks. The first thing I'm going to point out, and I'm going to start speaking on this now, is that there is this need for people to understand that your money mindset is very much buried in your beliefs, and that belief system, that programming that we talk about, really sits in the history, the life path you have had so far. Sometimes it even goes beyond that through ancestral links, energetically into grandparents, great-grandparents, because it's things that have been passed down generational. And as part of Ascension, obviously we are here to clear and shift that. But one of the big things is that we, on a subconscious level, and if you've been following my stuff by now, you know I coach to the subconscious level. We are programmed at a subconscious level not deliberately, not by choice, but to hold what we call negative, often hold negative money beliefs. And we are programmed that from a very, very early age through the things that we have experienced in childhood and in early adulthood. These things will stick with us until we do something about it. So I'm always saying to people, you know, the world isn't against you. That battle you are in is actually a battle with yourself. And it's just a different version of self. It's an old version of you who is playing out old patterns, old beliefs, and with that, old expectations. And therefore, if that's what you expect, then that's what you're going to get. So if that is you, drop me in the chat if you're watching this, whether you're watching this live or on replay. Drop into the chat some of the statements that you're aware you heard as you were growing up. And we often talk about this, but just to remind yourself of the experiences that you have walked through, the experiences you have watched your parents walk through or your grandparents walk through. Drop those comments in the chat box and let me know. Help other people by sharing your experiences here as you watch this. So your money mindset lies in what you already know. So think about your parents, their work stuff, their money stuff, the expressions they used around you. It doesn't matter how much older you are now, those things will creep up in to your life and into your business. Another thing to pay attention to as well is your early adult life money experiences. Have you struggled? You know, have you had to really rob Peter to pay Paul at some point? Because when we find ourselves in these pockets of absolute struggle, we can then take on the beliefs again at a subconscious level that we're irresponsible with money, that we can't handle money. In one hand, out the other, all of these things can come into play. So be mindful of that. Pay attention to the language that you use, not just externally, verbally, but also in your mind, in your head. When you think about investing in yourself or buying yourself something. I'm not saying go out and be on a money spend, but what I am saying is pay attention to where your mind goes every time you consider a purchase, as I say, whether that's investing in you or in something in your life. Is that thought that you are having actually linking to a childhood experience? Money worries, parents' money worries, saving for a rainy day. Yeah, it's a bit like that mindset, isn't it? Say, having stuff that you keep for best. Well, what if today is the best day of your life? I'm not saying blow money. That would be an irresponsible vibration and a disrespect of money. But I am saying if you're saving things for your best, for best days, what if today is the last best day of your life? There's a need to be living abundantly, not necessarily in that kind of frugal way, because that's a statement of you not being worth that right here, right now. So I was explaining earlier today in a networking group that your money that's coming in, it is a reflection of where your self-worth mindset is. It doesn't tell me your value, of course not, but it is a reflection of where at this moment in time your self-worth is sitting. And sometimes we need to go back and we need to look at that and ask ourselves what's really going on. But because I coach people who are purpose-based, gifted, beautiful, beautiful souls here making a difference in the world, what we find is that your bank balance is a direct reflection of how much light you are putting out into the world. Hello, Pauline. How much light are you putting out there? How much are you giving? How much are you doing? How much are you being in the energy, the vibration of service to others? Are you actually doing the work that you were put here to do and using your gifts, using your abilities? That can be one block, because if you're out of alignment, then you're out of alignment to your natural abundance stream. You're out of alignment to the abundance that your soul was put here to experience and manifest from. It's really key in the times that we are in, that if you did come to this earth with a purpose, that you are doing it, and you'll be increasingly drawn to over the next 20 years, believe it or not. So it's about looking at your childhood experiences around money, looking at your early adulthood experiences around money, and knowing the block is always at the front of your mind. It's not in the subconscious as such, in that the ego state, that personality, that mindset that has developed over time through the experiences you've walked through, is what locks in those blocks. Now, the ego is here to keep you safe, and it even thinks it needs to keep you safe financially, even if keeping you safe is holding you in a space of being less than and experiencing less than you are actually worth. If that's resonating with you, drop me a comment in the chat. Money has to serve purpose, and in order to connect to that, you need to serve your purpose first. If you were put here for a purposeful life, and only you will know that, because you'll have that sensation of never feeling quite fulfilled, or like something is missing, until you get to that space of recognizing who you are meant to be and what you were put here to do. So drop a comment if that resonates with you. I'd love to know who that hits with as we do this here today. And as I say, if you're watching it on replay, that's absolutely fine, but hit the comment replay. Let me know when you are watching this and if you're watching it on replay. So we need to look at your childhood. We need to look at the experiences you had from the day you were born. I've even worked with people who were born into poverty circumstances, and it was ingrained, we would say, before they were even capable of realizing it. Doesn't mean you weren't exposed to it. Doesn't mean you weren't energetically picking up on it. What did you see your parents walk through in money? Did you see them lose stuff? Have you had a parent lose a business? Have you had a parent go into being a single parent and struggle with money suddenly? Have you witnessed your parents having money, losing money, having success, losing success, getting that promotion, losing that promotion? What have you experienced? What have you witnessed? That's what's key, because that's what you're still seeing somewhere on some level of you. A version of you feels the need to play out these past scenarios so you feel safe, secure, and in control of your circumstances. The ego wants you to stay safe. Safe within the beliefs that it knows and understands. And what that means basically is in control. So we see this in other scenarios, for example, like domestic abuse. Someone who has lived in domestic abuse will often go into several relationships of domestic abuse, which sounds crazy from the outside. But that is because he or she knows that that is where they are comfortable. And therefore they feel in control. Even though it's hurting, even though it's painful, they know it. There's not that fear of the unknown. The mind, the ego will hold you in the space that it knows, that is familiar. And when it comes to money, so often that is in that poverty mindset. If you are someone watching this who is really, and this was me for years and years, really used to being bust boom, bust boom, bust boom, that is because you are used to manifesting from a survival point of view, a survival energy. You for some reason through whether it's your childhood, your early adulthood, you believe you've got to fight in this life to win. You believe you've got to fight for the right to be here, fight to show your worth. So you constantly put yourself subconsciously into a struggle state in order to feel powerful and in control of the circumstances that you are in. That is exhausting, and you will wake up one day and realize that that is what you are doing. Let me know, drop comments if any of this is resonating with you. If you're having light bulb moments, drop those comments into the chat. Let me know if this is landing with you here, right now. Because it's really interesting to know how we put ourselves through cycles that are familiar in order to think and feel in control of the circumstances we are in. Success, your rich life, always, always begins at the edge of your comfort zone. You've got to get out of your comfort zone, and that includes that thinking pattern that you cycle through over and over again. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, until you no longer have the energy to do it. This is also where the energy of burnout comes from. That's a whole other training that I'll come in and do at some point. But what is really key is that recognizing that you and nobody else but you are holding yourself in that position. You'll tell me it's circumstances. Oh, I can't do that because of the circumstances you're in. That's not true. Think of it this way. You'll see me in the group a lot talking about manifesting, about law of attraction, about how your mindset is manifesting first and foremost every experience that you are in. Hi, Sabrina. Great to see you in here. So think of it this way. I need to remind you, you don't just manifest the good stuff. You've got to own that any challenges you are in, you manifested these challenges. Some version of you, for some reason, thinks it's necessary for you to be this limited, be this restricted, or walk through these challenges. But something needs to give. Something needs to change, and that change is a mindset. First and foremost, a mindset. And then if it's a real struggle with that, we can do that energetically. And you can go on the website and look at the healing sector for that. But what you have to own up to with yourself is that you are manifesting the financial challenges that you are in. And that is coming from, as I've said already, from a belief that you've been raised on as a child. Something you experienced in your early adulthood. Especially if it's something that's put you into survival energy mode. Or even just the things that you are seeing. Are you feeling less than through the company that you keep? Are you actually hanging out with what we call low vibe, low mindset people? Do you need to be with a more successful crowd in order to feel more successful and more inspired? What is it that's really playing out? So if you're in a challenge with money right now, I would get you to just sit back a little bit, because the answer always lies within. And just ask yourself, where is this coming from? What is this really, truly about? Because you will know. And then knowing is 50% of dealing with this. By knowing where it comes from, you're able to act on it and to then start to do the work, the processes to shift it. And it's far easier than banging your head on that brick wall, not really knowing what is going on. What are you afraid of? People come to me because they're afraid of failing. 9 times out of 10, it's not a fear of failing, it's a fear of success. Because they come to me because they're failing. So they clearly don't have a fear of failing at all. Their fear is about being successful because they don't know who they are as a successful person. So the ego is not comfortable with going there. We have to train the ego to let go of that less than, that playing small, that safe, secure version of you, and step forwards as a much more empowered version of you, so that you can do much more in this life with that money that you manifest, whether that's in your personal life or in your business and your work and your calling. And one last thing I'm going to share with you as well is that sometimes it is because you don't have a purpose. We can't manifest money just for manifesting money's sake. There has to be a reason behind why, hi Lisa, behind why you want to create that money, that revenue, that cash flow. And it is flow. You have to understand money flows in, money flows out. That's why it's called cash flow. All right. So there has to be a purpose, whether it is to buy a car, buy a house, pay for children to go to uni, pay for this, pay for that, invest in the business, book that retreat venue, whatever it is. There has to be a purpose, clear your debts, behind why you wish to manifest that amount of money. Money comes when it serves purpose, and there must therefore be a strong purpose behind why you want that money. So let me recap for anyone joining this. I'm going to come to a close soon. The reasons why you are experiencing a money block, or you are in a bust boom cycle, which, let's face it, is fucking exhausting, all right, will be one of the following. From early childhood, you've witnessed your parents or grandparents not having a lot, make, do and mend. They've used language around you that supports that supports the money doesn't grow on trees, or the simple go ask your dad, go ask your mum, maybe next month, what do you think I am, made of money, blah blah blah, we don't have enough money, I'll have to see at the end of the month. All of these statements as a child will have made you feel you don't have the right to ask for money. If you don't ask this universe, if you don't ask God, you won't get it. End of. You've got to be comfortable with asking in order to receive. It can be your early adult experiences that you have had in your own, let's say your own career or your own money management, that now make you think that money is a heavy energy, that it has a lot of responsibility attached to it, that you've got fear about losing it as much as you have of receiving and achieving it. It can also be that, in fact, in business, that you don't want to be seen, and your hiding means you're not available or on show to attract that income. But it is always, always your own beliefs, your own mindset, and you need to take ownership that you are creating it. Both the good, the bad and the ugly, the experience that you are in, and that includes money. So you need to take ownership of manifesting the challenges that you are in. Replace that word with opportunity and ask yourself, what is this really about? Where is the opportunity here for me to either heal, grow, release, or step up and stretch myself to have that expansion? And as I said, I was just saying, money has to serve a purpose as well. It's no good just wanting money to say you've got money. No one cares. No one actually cares how much money you have. People care about how much good you're doing. And that's why I say to you, your money in your bank balance tells me how much good you're doing in the world, because the universe wants to reward you for serving your purpose. And it could be that you're out of alignment to your truest purpose. Is that resonating? Hit the chat box, drop me some comments, let me know. Is that resonating with you right now? Who needed to hear that today? Drop me some comments. And if you, as I say, if you're watching on replay, hit the hashtag replay and let me know. Let me know if it is resonating with you. It is, Fiona. Oh, good. You saw I tried to tag you in this because I know you wanted to watch it. So I am now talking of opportunities. You're welcome, Helen. I'm now going to open up another opportunity for you. I love this work. I love, love, love talking about money. Something else that women need to get used to doing. So therefore, I have made the decision that I am going to host an online money mastermind, and it is called Soulful Money Manifestors, because I don't want you thinking you need to create money for money's sake. I'm not interested in whether you have a 3-figure, a 5-figure, a 6-figure business. What I want you to manifest is your rich life, and you need revenue to do that. I don't care what anyone says, you need money to do that. Money is still a powerful energy, and as spiritual shifters, pioneers, we have to get the money back in our hands to make the biggest difference in these lives that we are here to live. So I am opening up enrollment for my online Soulful Money Manifestors Mastermind. This is going to take place online. It will be on the 27th of the month. It is from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We'll take some breaks and things like that. You won't be sat solid looking at screen. I'll even let you take a little break for a sandwich and a coffee and all of that as well. But I'm going to do in there the deeper work of shifting your mindset lies, as I call it, those beliefs, those patterns. We're going to shift some blocks. We're going to reprogram, and we're going to get you moving forwards in your money mindset. So I'm inviting you to join me on that. As I say, that's on the 27th. That's from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. My online VIP Soulful Money Manifestors. I want you to create money that aligns with your soul. Right now, you can grab a ticket for that for £11. I've shared the link in the description. Every 48 hours, I am going to double the cost to attend. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. I'm going to increase it by another £11. So get in there, jump in quick, grab a bargain. That's 4 hours of coaching like this. Very comfortable, very safe space, but we're going to enjoy it. We're going to love it. We'll have a few giggles, I'm sure, along the way. But most importantly, we're going to shift the money block that is coming right up right now, that needs to be shifted right here, right now. And we're going to do that on the 27th. So drop a comment if this has helped you. I'd love to know. Let me know if this has helped you. As I say, grab that bargain, £11 in 48 hours. That is going to double in price. Run, run, run. Go and grab it, my beautifuls. I hope I will see you there. And drop those comments. Let me know if this has helped you today. Bye-bye.